Hey guys, before we get into today's video, I want to give a special thanks and shout out to the members of our channel. Our members are Hayden Yao, Frankie Superdude, Magnus Nelson, ABT, Gatasushia, Jfish, Kirsch My Dreams, Jimmy C, Firedog Entertainment, Mikey, Kyle, St. Louis Cardinals 1984, Rude Boy, The Boys of Summer, Matt Goody, Eric Devine, Steve Drabeck, Nathan Bergman, Lance Blair, Red XUS, AOI, Superpat the Boss, Ethan Newbecker, Ichi, and Akrombic. Thank you everybody for being a member of this channel, and if any of you members want your team to be showcased on any video, please leave your team name down below in a comment, and please send a friend request to my main team 2018 Fireballs. I'm going to make a list. I'm trying to make a list right now currently of all the members that want their team to be showcased, so please leave your name down below, and don't forget to send a friend request to my main team 2018 Fireballs. Today we're looking at a team from Steve Drabeck. Thank you for sending your team, bro. I really appreciate it. It's Wild Thing 99714. Nice Major League reference there. Andrew, or what's his name? Ricky Vaughn in that movie. I haven't watched the movie. I've seen clips of the movie though. I know I'm a baseball fan. I haven't watched Major League. Don't roast me for it, please. But it's a Cleveland team. Love to see it. You have two team legends, which is ridiculous. I'm very jealous. But let's get into the batting order and see who you have working with. First off, we have Steven Kwan in the leadoff spot here. Steven Kwan 22 prime. You base stat adjusted for more contact, which is nice. 82 contact there. High train to the left side. A little bit too much to the right side though. 19 is a little bit high in my liking. Ideally you want to go for 14 or less or 13 or less to the right side. And then the skill set is a triple 3 set with Master Base Thief, 5 Tool, and Charisma. Master Base Thief's not actually going to do too well on him since he does have only 65 speed. For a card like this, you don't want to max out Master Base Thief because it is dependent on the base speed. So what I would do is look for a legend skill set. It's a good triple 3 set, don't get me wrong, but even if you readjust the skills, it's all going to be diamond because they're all triple 3. I would look for a legend skill set. Look for similar skills with 5 tool, charisma, barrel it up, batting machine, spotlight, 5 tool player, any of those skills would be good. And then look for pioneer, chance maker, even contact master would be really good since you base stat adjusted to contact, and anything above 80 contact with contact master should do pretty well. So yeah, I would look for a legend skill set on him mainly, and then retrain him for less to the right side. Next is the center fielder, and it is the Trish Speaker legend right here. Excellent card. I had pulled this card on my Rangers team, I believe. Looking at the train here, 14 to the right side, which is excellent. That power is just a bit low for my liking, and you base stat adjusted away from power, which leaves it at only 118. And he's going to really suffer from getting nerfed by last boss. So I would actually train for power 1 and then go I2 or contact 3, depending on which one you can get. But the skill set doesn't really work out with him well as well. Master Base Thief is not going to be good with his card because he has 61 base speed. You definitely want to look for pioneer, bad ball hitter, or chance maker on this set, or even hard hitter actually wouldn't be great, so don't look for hard hitter, but pioneer and bad ball hitter and born to be a star would be good as well. I wouldn't I would use a green on chance maker. It should do okay, but I really just don't like that low power. If you could take the base stat adjust off and get more to power, that would make me feel better about him, and I think he'd perform better because with the contact and eye, he's not going to do much if he doesn't have a lot of power. The 14 to the right side is good. Yeah, it's just that power is too low. So I would use some green tickets on him. I'm sorry if I was telling you to look for different legend skill sets. I apologize for that. I was still thinking about Quan. It's late at night for me, forgive me. But use green tickets on him. Look for charisma, batting machine. Look for spotlight, slugger instinct, barrel it up. Barrel it up would be good on him since he does have higher contact, and even though the speed is a bit low, you should still be able to hit the barrel it up bonus, but definitely get that power up. That's the main thing for this card. Third in the lineup is a Jose Ramirez 21. This is the first team I'm actually reviewing with special card art, and you have the core player card art on him, which looks really nice. This isn't his best overall year, but it is a still very solid hitting year. 10 to the right side, which is a great train. Crazy train right there. 23 to contact is ridiculous too. Power is already high with the base stats, so it's a good thing that it's third. in this case, other than as opposed to speaker, you can have the power that low at only 11 to the train. But good job getting the contact high. The eye is a little bit low, but it's because you base stat adjusted. It's still at 140, so that's decent. Nothing really there you should change. Ideally, though, you want to take away from either speed or fielding to adjust to more contact power eye. He only has 50 fielding as a third baseman too, which is not ideal, but it's a nice hitting train. What else can I say? Born to be a Star, Slugger, and Batting Machine. This is a good skill set. Batting Machine should be a good third. Not sure how well Slugger does. With the train that he has, Slugger should do well. And Born to be a Star will increase his stats. Personally, I would max out Born to be a Star and short Batting Machine, just because Batting Machine just isn't the best third skill. It is still a good diamond skill. It's just not going to make much of an impact as much as Born to be a Star is at level 6. So I would take it to level 6 and take Batting Machine to level 5 instead. So that would be my suggestion for Ramirez. You could go for more fielding in the future, or if you have trainers, just use the trainers for more fielding and for more eye. But overall, this is a good card. Skill set is definitely a keeper since it's high levels, and maybe eventually you do want to blue off Batting Machine, or even green this to get Spotlight Charisma instead. Because Slugger Instinct is barely a second skill, leans more toward being a third skill. In the end, though, this is okay for now. You could adjust it in the future, though. Fourth in the lineup is a Legend Jim Tomei, and he's not a Black Diamond yet, so I would definitely get a Black Diamond as soon as possible. Looking at the train, I would definitely retrain him once you get a Legend skill set on him. Definitely try for Hard Hitter, because 93 power with Hard Hitter is going to be elite. And not many cards have this much power, so get him the Black Diamond as soon as possible. This is a beautiful card, and then his train is definitely going to need to be worked on. 20 to the right side is too much, but getting high power is ideal, and you have trainers to power. 169 power already is ridiculous, but make sure you just don't leave that eye and that contact behind. You don't want it to be too low, especially if you get Slugger Instinct on him. But a good card overall. Skill set, just keep it for now. He should do okay, but once you get him Black Diamond, get that Legend set on him, and then train him accordingly to your skills. Fifth in the lineup is a shortstop, Frankie Lindor from 2018. 18 to the right side, a little bit high. You do want more fielding for a shortstop. Shortstops do need quite the amount of fielding. 120 should do okay. I would take off the base stat adjust and try to take away from speed instead, though. I would eventually retrain him as well, because the majority is going to speed, and speed is not going to impact him that much. You should definitely try to get more fielding. Then the skill set, you have Chance Maker, Slugger Instinct, and 5-tool player. You could train this card for 5-tool player. It shouldn't be too hard. If you wanted to, you could base stat adjust to take away from power or contact and go for more speed. And then if you go to my Discord server, I have a guide for and a website. There's a website that Ziggy actually provided that helps you train for 5-tool player. So you could base that adjust for more speed, try to train that speed high, and then get everything else balanced out. The train is definitely going to need some work anyways, so if you wanted to, what I would do here with this skill set, it's a decent levels with Chance Maker. I would reskill it for 5-tool player maxed out, Slugger Instinct shorted, and then Chance Maker at level 6. So that's what I would do, shifting this around, and then I would train for 5-tool player because his stats are close together, and if you can take away from contact and power and put more to speed, you can make it that much easier to get the 5-tool player bonuses. So that's what I would do with Lindor. Go for 5-tool, base stat adjust, and reconfigure those skill levels. Next in the lineup, batting 6th, we have Josh Naylor as your designated hitter. He has a DH first base option, so that's cool. Pioneer, strengthen the strength, and 5-tool player as his skills. 5-tool probably isn't going to work on him since he has super low fielding and speed and in the 50s, so I would eventually take this skill set and actually roll for higher levels. Since it is maxed out here, it seems to be only a 3-1-2 or actually no, it's a 2-2-1 by the looks of it. So with this skill set, Pioneer, Strengthen the Strength 5-tool should do okay for now, but eventually in the future you do want to look for a higher level skill set, nothing less than 3-3-2 or 3-2-2. So keep the skill set for now, and then looking at the train here, definitely a bit high to the right side. Even with going for 5-tool, it's only at level 2. You do want to train more heavy to the left side, especially for more eye, since his eye does not get as much bonus points from the grade increase. It's only at 119, and when it gets nerfed, it's going to go under 110, which is not going to be good for him hitting wise. He's going to have a lot of strikeouts and not a lot of walks, which is going to kind of ruin his ranked stats. So I would eventually look for a different skill set, higher level legend skill set, and then train for more eye in the future. Next is a non-team card. It's a Corbin Carroll 2023. 17th to the right side on the train, and you base that adjusted to more power. Eventually, I would look to get this replaced with a Cleveland card. He is an outfielder, and you could eventually replace him with a different Cleveland card. Your only outfielder card on the bench is Grady Sizemore, so I understand you're kind of short on outfielders, or at least good outfielders right now. If you have a Sig on the reserves, let me know. You should eventually replace Carroll though, because he's not a team card. He's not going to get the bonus for the set deck. He has a great base overall, but his stats, he only has 102 I, so getting that nerfed with charisma is going to bring it below 100 and bring it into the 90s, maybe even the 80s, depending on if a pitcher has a pitcher's insight and last boss, which is not going to be good for him. So I would definitely get rid of Carroll. Don't change anything on him. You keep on using him in the lineup as long as you can. It's a decent skill set. A specialist should do okay, but it's not going to work for long, especially in the higher levels of ranked and where you're at 126.2 overall. Next is Carlos Santana 2013, a high fielding train, which is good for a catcher. Keep that. That's excellent. And then you have a laser beam skill set here. I assume you're working on getting a legend skill set on him with laser beam. But yeah, just keep the skill set, upgrade laser beam, and then once you get that pioneer skill set or whatever legend skill set you get, try for laser beam. And even I don't think 5-tool player is going to work well for him, so I would definitely go for something like charisma and spotlight, and or charisma as a third, or spotlight as a third, then laser beam as your second skill along with your legend set. But this is a good train. High fielding, and you did get decently high power iron contact as well. Special training will line up, and speed being only at 7 is ideal. Catchers really don't need any speed, so this is honestly the most ideal train you could probably get. Maybe if you got a little less to speed, but that's being nitpicky, and you just need the skill set on him, and then you're pretty much set to go. Batting 9th in the lineup is retired Jason Kipnis 2018. I haven't seen Jason Kipnis in a long time. This is a half decent train here. 15 to the right side, just a little bit high, but it should work okay. 19 to contact, 12 to power, and 11 to eye. Again, the eye is kind of bad on this card because you base stat adjusted away, and it is the lowest stat out of the 3 hitting stats. So I would eventually retrain this, but then looking at the skills, you have bad ball hitter, barrel it up, and batting machine. Barrel up and bad ball hitter should do well maxed out. Batting machine's a little bit low, but it's passable, it's keepable. I wouldn't change the skill set for now. What I would do though is definitely retrain him, train him for high contact, but I would go I1, contact 2, and then power 3, or contact 1, I2, power 3. Just simply because that eye is way too low right now. It's going to hurt him. He's not going to walk a lot. He's going to strike out a lot. So it kind of hurts that his base overall is also not that good, but try to balance his stats out, get as much eye as you can, get as much contact, and get as much power as you can as well. Try to aim for 13 or less to the right side, and fielding or speed's not going to really matter here since he is a second baseman. What you could do is, and I noticed this, he has the outfield option. You could take him and put him into the outfield in place of Carroll, and then on your bench I noticed they have Andres Jimenez here. Develop this Jimenez, and I would get Jimenez with a skill set into the lineup in second base, and then play Kipnis in the outfield and get Carroll on the bench, and get Carroll out of the lineup completely since he's not a team card. That'd be my suggestion for you, but it's totally up to you if you want to do that. And then just briefly looking at the bench, we already saw a couple cards. Ahmed Rosario here, a shortstop card. He could go in for Lindor, but he doesn't have as good of a skill set as Lindor does. Born to be a star and spray hitter. He does get the Sig bonus, which is nice though, and his power and eye stats are a little bit lower than Lindor's. And then we have the Grady Sizemore that we just looked at a little bit earlier. Nice card, good base overall. He has batter's chemistry, so this is pretty cool with spotlight. Good thing you get the batter's chemistry bonus. Omar Vizquel, shortstop third base option here. High contact train, and then the skill sets pioneer, spotlight, slugger, instinct. I definitely wouldn't put him in for Ramirez or for Lindor though, because his hitting stats just aren't as up to par as theirs are. And then Jimenez, like we looked at, 71 base overall, no skill set yet, but definitely get him in as quickly as possible to replace Kipnis, and then put Kipnis in for Carroll. And then finally, Travis Hafner, 2006, insane power, best train of the bunch, by the way, I do have to say. 22 to power, 12 to contact, and 11 to eye. Just ridiculous hitting stats. 181 power with trainers, and his skill set is pioneer spray hitter. First base, DH. I would honestly throw him in for Tomei at the current moment until you can get a good skill set on Tomei, because this is going to perform pretty well. With that high power, his eye and contact kind of lag behind, but he should hit a lot of home runs, and with 136 eye and contact, he should still get base hits. even if he gets nerfed by last boss or any other legend skills. So I would definitely throw him in. He probably reaches over 120 power, or sorry, not 120, but 200 power with full swing and 5 tool, or full swing and pioneer. Sorry guys, it's late for me. Forgive my messing up, but that's a nice Hafner. I would definitely throw him in for Tomei for the time being. Now getting into the pitching rotation here, you have a Cy Young signature. He was part of the first historic players that came out in 2022, I believe, or 2023. Decent train here, 8 to stamina, not terrible. And then 16 to velocity, 14 to fastball, 11 to location. You base stat adjusted for more velocity, which is good because it is pretty low. And then the skill set's bullpen day, ground ball, or inning eater. So bullpen day is going to increase all the stats. Inning eater is good because the normal lineup stamina is actually pretty high for him at 141. So this skill set, let me know how it does. I've never actually seen a skill set like this before. Ground baller, I assume, would do good based on the fielding that you have with your catcher, and you did train high for Santana. In fact, I would base stat adjust Santana, take away from either eye or power, and go for more fielding. If you can, take away from speed actually and go for more fielding with that base stat adjust. It's going to help this ground baller skill set that much more with the base fielding stat on Santana, and then all your other cards as well, not just Santana but Lindor, Ramirez, and all your other infield cards. So keep the skill set. Let me know how it does. I have a 3-3-3 bullpen day on my David Price. He does okay, but he has a different second and third skill. This would seem to do well on a guy like Cy Young, though. Very nice ace in your rotation. Second in the rotation is a Shane Bieber 2020. 10 to stamina on this train, 15 velocity, 14 location. You base that adjusted from location and went for more break. Kind of balances out everything a little bit more. You have bullpen day as well with last boss and ace. Bullpen day, I've heard, only does really well with 3-3-3 on starters. You ideally don't want to have it any less than 3-3-2. But let me know how this does. I would eventually personally roll this off for slow starter, control master, fireballer, and look for any of those, and a high level co-op or a higher level bullpen day skill set. But ace and bullpen day is going to increase his stats significantly. He probably reaches around either 170 or 160 on most of his stats with those boosts. But I would definitely retrain for less stamina here. Go for 7 or less if you can. And trainer for higher velocity and location. And a decent amount of fastball. And that break is a little bit low too at 125. But it should do okay as long as you hit S tier pitches. But main thing with this card is definitely getting that skill set to be a little bit higher levels and a different skill set like slow starter, control master, and fireballer. Third in the rotation, Roy Halladay here. I wish I had this on my Blue Jays team. I do have his normal, but I never got his supreme. Pitcher's Insight, ground baller, and giant crusher. Now, Pitcher's Insight's much the same as a bullpen day. It may even be worse, but Pitcher's Insight at 3-3-3 or 3-3-2 is really the only case where I would use it. It's a 3-3-1 by the looks of it. With ground ball or giant crusher, and Roy Halladay being a higher overall, giant crusher may not come into effect as much. The train, like, a little bit too much to stamina. You do want more velocity, only 118 velocity, which is going to kill him with the home runs. He's not going to have a lot of home runs, or I mean, he's going to have a lot of home runs allowed with low velocity, and when he gets nerfed by charisma, it's just not going to be a pretty thing. The trainers are kind of also all over the place, so retrain him and reskill him, much like Bieber. Look for a different skill set and then get more velocity on the train ASAP. It'll help him perform much better when you play against other teams in ranked. Fourth in the rotation is a Cliff Lee 2008, 6 to stamina train, 23 location, 10 to velocity, and 9 to break and fastball. Location is just way too high here. Again, you don't need that much. You ideally need more velocity since it is the lowest base stat. And then you have co-op with boss and put away pitch. This should do decent for now, but with co-op you do want it to be higher levels, especially on a starting pitcher. At least 3-3-3 or 3-3-2, maybe even 3-3-1, but that's the lowest you should go with it. Boss should do okay, co-op should do okay for now though. But yeah, reskill him eventually for higher levels and then get more velocity on him, much like Halladay. Fifth and finally in the starting rotation, you have Corey Kluber's 2017 Prime. Again, low on the velocity with 6 to velocity only. You have a lot to location, a lot to break, and last special training goes to stamina. You have co-op and finesse and mess. Again, like I said about co-op, you do want it to be a little bit higher. This will do decent, but it's going to get shelled, especially in gold. When you start hitting silver 1, gold 3, gold 2, you want to have that higher level skill sets for him to be effective, and this isn't really going to do it justice. So A lot of these cards need to look for higher levels on the skills and then train for more velocity. That would be my main suggestion for all your starting pitchers. Next is Andrew Miller, 2016 in the bullpen, 73 base, best relief pitcher overall for them. 8 to stamina, high on the fastball. Break is not good though. I don't believe that it will hit S tier pitches for him. It might, but if he gets nerfed by charisma, his pitch tiers are going to drop. So I would definitely get more break on this card as soon as possible. Then you have pitcher's chem with Dom. Pitcher's chem is really not supposed to be in any other position but the reliever, the long reliever role. So I would have to unfortunately suggest a reskilling on this. Looking at Carrasco here, you don't have P chem on Carrasco. So maybe throw Miller in the long relief role for now. Since he does have pitcher's chemistry, because he's gonna hurt the team more than he helps the team with just pitcher's chemistry. The only skill that's working on him right now that's effective is dominant pitcher, and that's not gonna do well in the setup role. He's gonna let up the lead, he's not gonna hold the lead, and he's gonna cause you a lot of problems. So I would move him to the long relief role for now, and I would put Carrasco out in the setup role. And let's take a look at the other cards before I give any more suggestions. You have Sam Hentges from 2022 here. Decent train here, 5 to stamina, 21 to fastball though, which is a little bit too much to fastball. Looking at the skill set, he has workhorse, setup man, control artist. So for relief pitchers, stat boosters really help. I would go for bullpen day, co-op, even a high level control master, fireballer skill set should work well. But workhorse, since his base stamina is not good, any relief pitcher's base stamina is not going to be good for workhorse. So you want to get away from workhorse. Don't even think about using it because it shouldn't be good on any relief pitcher. If it does work, it's a glitch or something, I don't know. But look for bullpen day, co-op, control master, fireballer, high levels. Even a 3-3-3 slow starter could work, but workhorse is just something you want to avoid on a relief pitcher. And then for the train, I would have to sadly suggest eventually getting rid of that high fastball. Even though it's a 5 stamina train, you want more velocity location and then some balanced break and fastball, enough to get S tier pitches, but focus on that velocity and location a bit more. I would in fact actually move him up to the it's hard to say. Let's just look at the rest of these relief pitchers. Jose Mesa, 95 here. Development's very spread out. I would look for less to stamina on your relief pitcher here. Special training is all over the place as well. Control master, Dom, power pitcher. Okay, so this is actually a really good skill set with the levels. I would use blue tickets on power pitcher. Look for finesse. Look for Dom, setup man, fixer, winning streak. Any of those would be a good third for where he's at. If you do get winning streak or setup man, I would actually throw in Mesa to your setup role rather than Hentges and Miller. Put Miller in the long relief role and then put Mesa in place of Carrasco in the setup role. Put Carrasco in the middle relief role since he doesn't have a good skill set for now. But Mesa has a good skill set. He just needs a retrain, and you should retrain him for Dom. So get a little more to fastball and velocity rather than location and break. But I would go velocity 1, location 2, and then fastball 3. And then you could try and base stat adjust away from stamina to get a little bit more break to help him out to hit S tier pitches. Next middle reliever is a Rafael Betancourt here. 25 is insane to the break because he has a low base break, but the other stats like velocity is just not going to do it. Looking at the skill set, pitcher's insight, boss should do decently. Like I was saying about pitcher's insight earlier, it should be higher levels for it to be effective. This is just too low. It's a 2-1-1, actually a 2-2-1 skill set. Boss should be okay, but keep him in the middle relief role for now. I would roll for a higher legend skill set, like I mentioned previously. Anything that I mentioned previously, like control master with or fireballer, bullpen day, and then lower stamina. I mean, actually lower break and stamina. Stamina is good, but just more velocity and more location, and as much break as you can without sacrificing too much to velocity location. Your third middle reliever is Tyler Clipper, 2019. Get him to Black Diamond as soon as you can. This is a beautiful card. Train is actually really nice on him, so keep this. 14 velocity, 14 location. I would definitely keep. Only 6 to stamina, very balanced train, and with low stamina, that's good. And then the skill set, dominant pitcher, elite closer. You can work on that once you get him to Black Diamond and look for any of the skill sets that I mentioned. But nice having Tyler Clippard. Hopefully he can go in your setup role rather than your middle relief role, since he is a SIG. You do want your SIG to, or you do want to get the most out of your SIG card by having him in the setup role, hopefully. And then we looked a little bit at Carrasco here, but I would just definitely throw him in for Miller and then take Mesa, put him in the main setup role, and then get Miller into the long relief role and Carrasco into the middle relief role. And then finally, This card is nasty. Manual Class A 2024. Trains a little bit all over the place. Go for less stamina when you retrain him, but this skill set here is actually half decent. Setup man, closer, put away pitch. I would blue ticket, put away pitch. Look for dominant pitcher, look for finesse pitcher, or look for boss. Setup man, elite closer are elite closing pitcher skills. And then if you can, eventually look for bullpen day. I know it's hard to roll this away, or if you can use these secondary skill slot storage, I would do that. Keep this for now, but use a secondary skill slot storage to look for a legend skill set, because this is good. It's going to work okay, but legend skill sets make the difference on black diamond cards. So keep it for now. If you want to use some blue tickets, actually I would personally not use blue tickets. Sorry that I suggested that, but don't use blue tickets on this. Look for a legend skill set and then get him something with elite closer and setup man. And last boss, finesse pitcher, dominant pitcher, all those good gold skills. But thank you for letting me review your team, bro. And guys, again, if you're a member of this channel and you want me to review your team, please leave a comment down below with your team name and send a request to 2018 Fireballs. I'll try to get to your team as soon as possible. But thank you for letting me review your team, bro. Let's now get into what we have for today's video. I'll see you guys shortly. Level 1. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. 2018 Fireballs here, back with another MLB 9 Innings 25 video. Before we get into what we have for today's video, guys, I just wanted to make a quick announcement and remind you that next week on June 2nd, which is a Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be streaming on my Red Sox team in celebration of 5,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for all your support of this channel and for subscribing. I do really appreciate you. And if you haven't, please subscribe down below. But we will be streaming on our Red Sox team on June 2nd next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will be opening up over 30 signature player packs, and I'm really looking forward to it, hoping to get improvements for that team, relief pitching especially, and outfield cards. I'm looking forward to it, but I hope to see you guys there. Again, it's on June 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be live streaming on this YouTube channel. But today what we got is a Reds team, and thanks to another one of my followers on Discord, Golden Boy, I believe we've done a team for him, and it was his Braves team in a few months ago. But he has a Cincinnati Reds team that he's graciously allowed me to use, and it's a pretty solid team overall, just starting out from the looks of it. Only 108.1 overall, couple of team SIGs, couple of team primes, and it has a lot of improvement that can be made with it. So I'm excited to open up packs in today's video. We're just going to take a look at his important cards in the lineup and the most developed cards. We have Joe Morgan right here in 1975, who's no longer in the game, a 77 base overall card, one of the best cards ever introduced into this game, 73 grade increase as well. He has chance maker, 5-tool player, and charisma on him, so solid card overall. And then a Zach Cozart 17 here, who has a decent train, and then a pretty good legend skill set with 5-tool, born to be star, and slugger instinct. And then for the pitching side, starting rotation doesn't really have anything too impressive. A couple of primes with Castillo and Arroyo, who is not in the game anymore. Arroyo at least isn't in the game anymore. And then in the bullpen, we have an Aroldis Chapman 15, the best Aroldis Chapman I'm pretty sure you can get as a SIG for the Cincinnati Reds, and a sick card art there, him just winding up to throw what is a gas and a fireball of a pitch. He has cooperative pitching level 6, dominant pitcher 7, and iron will 8, so a 3-3-3 legend skill set there, and he base stat adjusted for iron will to more fastball. And then finally, this Black Diamond Prime, Alexis Diaz right here, who's a decent base overall and got a decent legend skill set as well. But looking at our inventory, we have a doozy of packs. We have 11 regular SIG player packs and 2 special SIG player packs. He doesn't have a lot of stars, so we won't be doing SIG combos, but if we do end up getting a red signature, he has a grade increase ticket, he has premiums, he has a legend skill change ticket, and a couple greens and blues. If we do get a red, we will develop that red to the max level, and I don't think he has enough black diamond pieces, unfortunately, but I'll use whatever I can to upgrade that signature. We won't take him to black diamond. We probably won't use the premiums now that I think about it, but we will get his SIG upgraded to diamond and develop him as much as we can. But let's hop into the packs here, starting off with silver player packs. He still needs upgrade material for this team. If we can get like an Eric Davis signature for this team, or a Luis Castillo SIG, Hunter Green's 24 SIG, if we can get another great relief pitcher, anything for this team besides the Cozart and the Chapman, honestly, we'll take that. And in the last video that I uploaded, we got a legend, Lou Gehrig, on Trev D's Astros account. And if we can do that again to some degree, maybe not a legend, I'm not expecting the same thing, but if we can get something that can just blow my mind out of the water, I would be shocked. Let's do these premiums here, though. We have not gotten anything so far. A Tyler Molly right there. Believe he has a SIG for this year. If we could get that, that'd be decent. 71 base overall card. First diamond of the video. I don't think we got any diamonds in the last video out of premium player packs, but we really made up for it with the special packs. This is a Chris Bryant 2020, 60 base overall for the Cubs. Just not a great year for him at all. So kind of sad. We will go until about 20 premium player packs left because we usually do 50 of these. Boom, there's a prime. Bottom right corner seems to be hot today. Let's see who this is. Can it be a red? It is not a red. It is an Ozzy Albies 19. He has a 72 base overall. Good fielding stats, good power, and good contact. Eyes a little low, but a good 5-tool train card if you want to take him that way. Let's do this last 10 of the premiums here. Can we get another special card? I hope this doesn't mean we're not going to get any team SIGs, but maybe we're just going to get super extra lucky today, and I'm hoping that's the case. Nothing out of the last set of 10 here. All right, let's do premium vintage player packs. Actually, before that, let's do the team selectives first, since we did that in the last video. We'll open up these first. 42 of them. We'll just do all of them, and we will do special training. We'll probably do it on Cozart or on our Aroldis Chapman on this team. Ellie De La Cruz out of the first set of 10 there. Good card. Would like to see a SIG of his as well. He has some sick card art. Sean Casey 04, good first baseman, and a Todd Walker from 2002. Would like to see both of those cards as SIGs, both one-year cards as well. Cincinnati teams arguably have one of the best batting SIGs, or some of the best batting SIGs, I should say, in the game, and they are a sneaky good team to build if you do it right. Let's do this here. Last set of 10, no special cards, no golds even. Kind of upsetting, but we still have special packs to do, so we can hopefully get something out of that. I don't think the Reds have any legends in this game. If I'm forgetting, please remind me. Besides Tony Perez, I think that's the only legend SIG, or legend SIG, only legend for the Cincinnati Reds. Player reserves full. Let's do special training, and we'll be right back. All right, premium vintage player packs here. We got a legend last time. Can we do it again for Golden Boy? First 10 right here, we see no orange glow. Can we get any reds? We don't get any reds, unfortunately. So kind of a bummer there for the first set. Let's do the last 8. Can we hit a legend here? Can we hit Tony Perez? No, we don't. Unfortunately, we strike out on our premium vintage player packs, and we don't even get any Cincinnati Reds. A couple of Nationals, a couple of Blue Jays right there, but that just goes to show how hard it is to pull a legend. Let's do the ultimate vintage player pack. Highly unlikely that we get one out of this, but it's not out of the question. It's possible, but it is very, very hard. Hoyt Wilhelm right there for the Baltimore Orioles. Great starting pitcher card, 72 base overall. All right, let's now do the ultimate player packs. We'll do all 20 of them. I'd say we get, well, we don't get any out of the first set of 10, which is kind of a bummer. So out of this last set of 10, I'm guessing we'll just get one. One and done. That's my guess. We get one, and I was right on again. Let's go. Bottom right. That bottom right corner seems to be hot right now. 2022 Clayton Kershaw there. Good base overall card, 74 base. Vintage Kershaw right there. Not a lot of games played, not as many games played as he usually has, only 22, but good solid pull right there. Let's do the special team selected diamond player pack here. Let's go Cincinnati Reds. Can we get a legend? Can we get something special here? No legend, no primes. A couple of Michael Lorenzens, Alexis Diaz, but we have the prime, and then a Hunter Green. I think I'll take the Hunter Green since he's the best overall, and Golden Boy can use him for mentor if he needs to. All right, ultimate team selective packs here. We have 6 of them. Can we see at least one diamond out of this? All right, we get at least one, and we get only one. All right, bottom left this time. Let's see who this diamond is. We have a Stuart Fairchild from 2022, 58 base, triple golds, but not a good card overall. So kind of a sad pull right there. Let's do diamond player selective packs. We only have 2 of these, but we'll see if we can get any reds. We do get Alexis Diaz from 23. Not as good as his prime year, though. So I'm going to refresh, see if we can get a prime or a special card. And we do get a red. We get a Hunter Strickland from 22, but it's not a good base overall relief pitcher. We'll take him anyway since he's a team card. And let's see if we can get lucky out of the last one before we do the other special packs. We see another Hunter Strickland, that one with the Nationals in 2019 when they won the World Series. Nothing else too surprising. A Urseg from the Royals last year, and then a Tyler Wells. Let's refresh, and we don't get another red. And not too many good cards here. A bad Verlander, a decent Jorge Posada actually, 71 base, and a good AJ Burnett. I'm going to go with the Burnett since he's a 1 overall better than Posada. Posada, a really good catcher for the Yankees, though. All right, we have a lot of team selected diamond player packs here. I'm going to go through 27 of these, and then we'll do the team selective batter pitcher packs. So, can we see any special cards? Purple glow, orange glow. I feel like a millennium since I've seen an orange or purple glow out of any team select packs, including the diamonds, as we get a Barry Larkin. Hold up. That is a good card. 74 base. Amazing 5-tool card. He doesn't have the 5-tool skill, but we're going to have to check if that goes in the lineup, because that may upgrade. Oh, actually, Cozart. He would have to go to DH. Now that I'm thinking it. If Cozart's playing short, he'd have to go to DH, but that's a solid pull. Excellent pull right there. There's a special card. It's not a vintage. I mean, it is a vintage, but it's not a prime or a legend, but we'll take it. Next set of 10 right here. We get no vintages and nothing else special. Jose Iglesias from 19, a decent shortstop card. Jeff Hoffman from 22 before he broke out with the Phillies. And then a Kyle Farmer, which I think is the best SIG from 2022. All right, player reserves full again, so let's do special training, and we'll be right back. Okay, like I was saying about Barry Larkin here, Cozart is playing shortstop, so he would have to go in for Jonathan India, which wouldn't be a bad upgrade. He is definitely better in every single stat than India, and he's a 74 base. So there's an upgrade for the team for you right there. Barry Larkin, 1995. If we can get his SIG, that'd be amazing too. But for now, the vintage will be taking India's spot, and congrats to Golden Boy on getting that. We won't do the team selective pitcher batter packs. I decided not to do that after seeing the low inventory space we have, and I want to let Golden Boy do his special training and whatever else he needs to do, and let him decide which cards he wants to keep. Last 7 diamonds here though for the Cincinnati Reds. We don't get a prime and we don't get any legend, but do we get a vintage here? No vintage. We get a couple of Adam Dunns. I know Adam Dunn was only at level 12, so you can use those for either mentor or for upgrades. Another Kyle Farmer there. Espinal from last year. Sims 2020. I think he has a SIG for that year, so a nice pull. And then a couple of bad Reds right there. But we'll save the team selective pitcher batter packs for Golden Boy to do. Let's now do SIG player packs. Let's see how many Reds we can pull. We'll do the special SIGs first, and we'll go in this order. First, special SIG player pack. We get 3 golds, so all golds there. Pretty cool. Haven't done that before, I don't believe. Let's do the middle gold first. We see a Vladdy Guerrero from 04, Angels card, 68 base. He has a prime for that year too. Great hitting stats. Would be best to probably put it DH since he has low fielding. Love to see that though. Next card on the far right side, we get a Todd Frazier 16. I saw this card very recently in one of my latest uploads. I think it was the Blue Jays team. Only White Sox SIG for Frazier right there, but a very good base overall, power hitting card, and even a decent fielding card as well. And then the final gold on the far left side, we get a Christian Walker. I would like that on my Diamondbacks team. It's not his best overall card actually, but very good first base card with the hitting stats. We'll take the Vlad Guerrero, since I do love me some Vlad Guerrero. Let's do the next special SIG player pack here. We won't be doing SIG combos, obviously, because we don't have enough stars. Let's go left to right, silvers first, and then the gold. First card on the left, we get a Kyle Farnsworth, one of the newest SIGs in the game. I really don't like the profile, though. I don't believe that was taken on the mound. It looks like he's in a studio with the lighting. Just not genuine. I don't like that card. 64 base overall. It's not a great relief pitcher either. Next card, silver in the middle, is another White Sox card, Chris Sale 14. I actually think I have this card on my White Sox team, so would be a troll, but thankfully I have him already as a SIG. And then finally on the far right, we get a Rafael Montero for the Astros. I would like to have this on my Astros team. My bullpen is pretty stacked though, so not too upsetting. I don't have him though. Would like to have him. We'll take him anyway since he is a gold. And now we actually are 1 spot short, so let me just release one card. I'm going to go by grade and get rid of Matt McClain here. Let me release him. We're 1 spot short, and I'm going to go again by grade. Come on, I wish this were faster. All right, we're releasing Matt McClain right there. He does have a SIG, but it's only a normal card. 11 SIG player packs. We have just enough space to do this, and let's see if we can get a Cincinnati Red here, hoping for a diamond. We do get a diamond. Let's go. Can we get more than one? Okay, we only get one. I thought we had a couple there, but if that can be a red, That'd be clutch. 4 golds, 1 diamond, 5 silvers. Let's do all the silvers first. Let's go top middle silver. First silver is a JP Crawford from 21. I have his 2023 SIG, I think, on my Mariners team, and I think it's better. 72 base, I believe. This one's a 60 or 70 base. Lower hitting stats, good fielding for a shortstop though. Right, and on the top right, that is, we see a Corey Seager 16. Not the best Seager. I think 17 is better than this. It's a 67 base, not a great fielding shortstop. So a couple of shortstop SIGs. JP is the better one out of the two, I believe. All right, silver on the bottom right, we have a Matt Vierling from 23. I don't think I've ever gotten Vierling's SIG before. A 1-year card, I believe. I don't think Vierling has any other SIGs in the game. 68 base. Only stat that's good is contact at 74. Everything else is below 70. Right field third base option, though, is pretty versatile. Next silver, let's go bottom left silver right here. We see a Scott Brocious 1996 from the Oakland A's, or now just the Athletics. If I say Oakland A's, guys, it's just habit. They were in Oakland for a long time. But 71 base overall, Brocious, good card. I think he should get a SIG for the Yankees eventually, but for the A's, he had a solid year. 304 average, 22 home runs. All right, and last silver on the top left, we get a Tampa Bay John Flaherty. Only catcher's vintage SIG for the Tampa Bay Rays. 67 base, good fielding stats. But come on, let's see if we can get a red. We'll do the golds first. Let's do the gold next to Crawford. We have Miguel Rojas 21, yet another shortstop SIG. So 3 shortstops consecutively right there on the top row. 69 base Rojas, basically the same overall every year for them. I believe he's playing for the Dodgers now, but half decent Marlins SIG. Let's go bottom left gold. Let's go. Yes, Alexis Diaz, 22, 69 base. He does have the prime in, but that is a good upgrade. If we don't get anybody else, I may upgrade him. He's a relief pitcher that has a black diamond prime in the lineup, but the SIG will be that much better of an upgrade. Let's go. We got a red Alexis Diaz. I think it's his best year too, from 22. Beautiful stats. Glad we pulled a red there. Wasn't a totally lost cause. I was losing hope, but we got Alexis Diaz. Let's go. We have 3 more to go. If we can get another red, this would be stupendous. Next gold next to Vierling. We have another Mariner, Ty France. I actually have this Ty France as a gold on my Mariners team, so kind of a troll, but I have him already. He's not the greatest first baseman either. Next gold, bottom middle. It is a Blaine Harvey 1991 for the Los Angeles Angels. Brian Harvey, sorry. I have gotten this SIG so many times. I'm not sick of seeing it, but it's just like nothing special to me. All right, finally, the diamond, top left. Can this be Cincinnati Reds? We get Joe Musgrove 20 for the Pirates, and I would like to use that on my Pirates team. Well, we got Alexis Diaz, which is a good pull. We have one more SIG to do, though. Can it be a red? Not likely, but you can always hold out hope. We get a Carlos Correa 20. We got a Correa for Trev D in the last video. It was his best year, though. This one is his second worst year, actually. 69 base overall, Carlos Correa. Gotten this card myself on my Astros team, but I haven't used him. But let's go. We got a team SIG in Alexis Diaz. I'm not sure if he's worth the grade increase now that I'm thinking about it, because if Golden Boy decides to do combos and he wants to get Diaz in there, he can, or if he could do combos and get another red SIG. I know he wants to save his SIG since he doesn't have a lot of stars. I am going to let him upgrade Diaz and have fun developing him. Super happy that we got him a team SIG, though. It would have been better if we got a card that he didn't have in the lineup already that was Black Diamond, but it's not as bad as getting a dupe Chapman or a dupe Zach Cozart. So I'd say that's a very decent result, a very good result overall. I think that'll be it for today's video. I'm not going to upgrade anybody. I'll let Golden Boy do all that himself, and I'll let him put the cards that he wants in the lineup. But we got significant upgrade material. We got Alexis Diaz, one of the best closing pitcher, relief pitcher SIGs for the Reds. So congrats to Golden Boy. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below, hit share, and subscribe. Feel free to check out the other MLB 9 Innings YouTubers in the description box down below. They make great MLB 9 Innings videos. I know you guys would enjoy them, and they would really appreciate your support. So feel free to show them some love and check out their channels. Also, feel free to check out my Instagram, Reddit, and Discord links in the description box. I upload MLB 9 Innings content there frequently, and I know you guys would like to see more 9 Innings stuff, so please feel free to check me out on those platforms. And with all that said and done, that's going to be it for me today. Have a great rest of your guys' day. God bless you all. Jesus loves you guys. If you believe in him and repent, he'll put your faith in him, he'll save you from your sins. But with all that said and done, I'll see you guys in the next video.